I haven't been this juiced up since ever. I take a lot of steroids.
Ah, okay. That would explain why you're so vascular.
Welcome back to a special episode of the Bad Gamecast. This is Jason.
This is Jake.
Yeah, we're here to talk about the E-est of threes, which I don't know how that transitions to anything. We're here to talk about E3. All the nonsense that came out of that. We're talking about news. A lot of it is really boring. There'll be a few things that we actually talk about that we want to see, and then there's going to be a few things that might end up on this podcast.
A few things? That's kind of being generous.
I don't know. I was thoroughly unimpressed by E3 this year. I know Sony didn't bother even attending at all.
Nope.
Nintendo has a booth, the whatever it's called, Treehouse.
Yeah, they have their treehouse.
Yeah,
they have a presence there. They just do their directs separate.
Yeah. So it was just I don't know. There was some people there and some stuff. All right, so which is then E3 is super weird because if you go and search it on Google, it was E3 starts June 12th, I think. And then the first conference was June 8th with EA had a small set of announcements, of which I'm going to skip all of these. Fuck EA and everything they do.
Hold on. I have some things I would like to say about this.
Fine.
EA announced more shit for Apex. Some shit for The Sims, FIFA and Madden 20. Who knew?
Yep.
Battlefield Chapter 5, moving to the Pacific Theater.
Sure.
Or Battlefield 5, I suppose. As a former Battlefield 5 player, I stopped playing because the game's garbage. I recently downloaded it and it still sucks, and I couldn't care less, but it is pretty. I gotta give them that.
Hooray! They've got very good graphics and very bad gameplay.
And then Respawn's Star Wars game.
Yeah. I don't care about Star Wars, so moving on?
Okay, I don't either, but I do support Respawn.
Sure, I don't actually know anything that they make.
Titanfall.
Oh, that's them. Never played one of their games.
Yeah,
So
not really up your alley, I don't think, but I mean, they're fun. It looks good, but I have to say, if you have a fucking lightsaber and you swing through a stormtrooper, why doesn't that son of a bitch fall to pieces?
It should just die. It should be an instant kill.
I'm pretty sure it is, but I want to cut him in half.
I don't know. If they give me a lightsaber, I need to be able to destroy everything in the environment. Because I want to make my own doors.
Yeah.
Just I'm going through this wall. Fuck you.
So what you need is more of a lightsaber in VR where you actually can play around.
Yeah.
The one thing I'll give them I thought was neat in the gameplay trailer they showed, where it's a dark room and he lights a lightsaber and he holds it above his head as a flashlight just for the light coming off it. That's kind of neat. That in itself does not a good game make, but the trailer and the gameplay that they showed I thought looked pretty good, even for as little as I care about Star Wars too.
Sure. And then we're going to move into Sunday, June 9th. Microsoft had their big old thing, and I guess Microsoft actually had a lot.
Yeah, Microsoft went hard.
Yeah, they did. And we're going to cover some/all of it, and I'm just going to kind of go through. So they had, I'm going to touch on a few of these. Some of them I'm just going to skip. I don't know what list you're looking at. I have a list of all the trailers and stuff. The Outer Worlds, it looks like something Obsidian would make.
Yeah, and that looks fucking awesome.
Which I'm fine with. It's weird because I'm not hyped about it. It's a game I'm going to play eventually, but I'm not pressed to play it at all.
I get that.
One, it's an Epic exclusive for at least a while, and two, it's Obsidian, so it's when it comes out, it's going to be so bug-ridden it'll be nearly unplayable. I mean, yeah, that.
Oh, I didn't realize it was going to be an Epic exclusive. So I didn't watch any press conference. There was nothing I knew that they were going to announce that I cared about, with one exception, two exceptions.
We'll get there.
And we'll get there, yeah.
So, Outer Worlds is, again, it's a game I probably want to play, since I like some of the other stuff they've done, but it's not something that I'm man, I can't wait for this. I'm it looks cool.
It looks alright. Yeah, it's fucking Space Fallout?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I'm in.
Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Ooh, that looks pretty fucking good.
The sequel to Ori and the Blind Forest.
I still have yet to finish the first one.
I haven't even played it. It keeps showing up in suggestions for me, so I'm sure I'll probably get around to it. But that's people really like the first one. It shows up in a lot of my suggestions, so I'll probably have to give that a go. And then
Wait, you mean to tell me that you get suggested Metroidvanias?
I don't know why.
Weird.
We'll talk about that later too. Minecraft Dungeons. So here's one of the weirder things that came out of this. So Minecraft Dungeons. I actually kind of want to play this game.
It looks pretty good.
Like it is a Minecraft skin themed. What is the?
Dungeon crawler?
Yeah, it's a Diablo game. It's a dungeon crawler.
Yeah.
And that's it. There doesn't appear to be any actual like construction Minecraft stuff other than using the assets. Like it's all, blocks and everything.
Yep.
It doesn't look bad though. It looks really well polished,
Yes, it does.
which is kind of the important thing. Maybe it'll be bad, but I'm kind of curious. I'll give it a try. I've enjoyed a lot of those games, especially when you can play with friends. Funnily enough, if it is easier, because Minecraft tends to be more aimed towards kids. I mean, you actually have kids. I don't, so. But, like, to get them into that kind of game, it's the kind of transition point. Although, I mean, I guess I have seen them play Minecraft, so.
Oh yeah, no, like they both. I mean, they're kids. Kids play Minecraft.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone should play Minecraft. Minecraft is amazing. But yeah, if you put a Minecraft skin on anything, I'm sure they'll be willing to try it.
Yeah.
But they've seen me play other dungeon crawlers. Like, they'd be into this. My
Yeah.
only concern is, like, what's the loot look like? And
Who
even
knows?
that, depending on the price, I don't really care. I'm probably going to buy this at some point.
I can't imagine they're going to put a big sticker on it.
You wouldn't think so.
Because I imagine something, again, that they're trying to aim towards, like, transitioning kids from Minecraft into, more games. And
And Minecraft is, what, like $20?
yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they kept a price tag similar to that.
That's what I was thinking. Probably around the same.
So, weird little thing that looks better than I would have expected. They also had Star Wars trailer. I'm going to skip that and go straight to the thing that the internet freaked out about.
Blair Witch?
Yeah, no, not that one. I'm skipping that one. I don't care about Blair Witch.
Yeah, I don't either.
at all. Keanu Reeves and Cyberpunk 2077. And I can't say I'm not pretty hyped to see it. I love The Witcher 3. I played it, I don't know, probably 80 hours into that game. Just like doing a crap ton of stuff. The DLCs were great and gigantic, and there was so much to do. And so I'm interested to see what CD Projekt Red puts out with still not their own IP, kind of, but is, The Witcher follows a actual story. It's a series of books.
Yeah.
This is based on Cyberpunk, what is it, 2020? Mm-hmm. The, tabletop game. So it's based off that world, but obviously it's their own, imagining of it, future version of it, kind of.
Yeah, they just took that and then built on it and did their own thing.
Yeah, so while it doesn't stick, The Witcher follows the books fairly well, I believe, this is kind of their own thing. So I'm kind of curious to see how they do on their own. But a lot of it looks pretty cool. I like the cyberpunk setting.
I fucking love that setting.
Yeah.
I want a good Shadowrun game. I mean, there's the Steam and quote-unquote recent ones, which is just fucking fine. But the gameplay of this, oh my god, it looks so good. And they had a gameplay of it last year, right? As I recall. And then this year
they had the snippets of gameplay, but they have always said that things could change.
Yeah.
That gameplay is not finalized, although it's probably a lot closer to being finalized now, since we actually have a release date.
Yeah. And they just had the cinematic trailer. Mm-hmm. And, it looks really good, but I would also expect the cinematic trailer to look good.
Well, they had the cinematic. They also had an in-engine trailer.
Did they? I missed that
Yes.
one.
Yeah, there were 2 trailers they put out.
I mean,
It also looks really good. This thing is going to devour machines.
everything about this game, I'm fucking in on.
Yeah, so that's I'm in on this game. It could still trip and fall. Who knows?
But otherwise, it's breathtaking.
But it looks real good.
Wake the fuck up, samurai.
We've got a city to burn. And it's got Keanu Reeves in it. And he gets to be, I don't know, like a digital ghost telling you to kill everyone.
Sure.
I mean, he's Johnny Silverhand, and he's dead.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. If you
Fun.
don't know, during the trailer, he flickers.
No, huh?
Yeah. So he's, in your head.
Oh, okay. I know he's the lead singer of a band.
Yeah, he's a rocker.
Yeah. Anyway,
So, yeah, that's one thing that I'm real interested in. Something. I really don't care about a lot of this stuff. And this was the thing, is like, I can list off so many of these things. So after that, I have listed Spiritfarer, Battletoads, The Legend of Wright, Microsoft Flight Simulator, Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, Wasteland 3, Psychonauts 2. There's something that maybe eventually I'll care about, but I still haven't played the first one.
same.
Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. Don't care. Dragon Ball Kakarot. This shows up in a couple different people's conferences, I believe.
Yeah. And it looks okay. I'm not that interested.
Yeah.
But
there's so many of these things that I'm just like, I'll try to read as many of them just to kind of pound through so people know what, but most of this stuff I don't give a fuck about.
well, like Dragon Ball games specifically, anything that's following Z. I mean, how many other games have like done the Z story? Which is why I liked Xenoverse, because like they find a way to tell the same story, but they have a weird spin on it with the whole like time travel shenanigans, and you have to fix things.
Yeah.
So like that was interesting.
Yeah, you'd think that, I don't know, maybe at some point they could tell their own story, like set it in the Dragon Ball universe and just be like, this is different.
Or do some shit with Super.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it would be more interesting. Maybe there's a game like this that's set in like the past, so you could actually have Saiyans that weren't one of the like 3 fucking Saiyans. So you could just be like, I don't know, George the Saiyan.
Yeah, but if you couldn't go Super Saiyan, you'd be waiting the whole game for it and just never get there.
Yeah. Why not?
I'm not against that. Like I want to legitimately.
George the Saiyan, and he's part of Frieza's army.
Yeah, I want to be like fucking Frieza-goon, pick a number, and then you just go take over a planet for Frieza. Fucking why not?
I don't know. I think it's one of those things where they've spent so much time setting up a universe that to tell the same story again is just kind of boring.
It is.
I don't even remember what 12 Minutes was. Way to the Woods, also don't remember. Gears 5, definitely don't care about.
No.
Dying Light 2, Forza, some boring stuff, like the Elite Controller 2. Then we hit Borderlands 3.
What is there to say about Borderlands 3?
What's to say about Borderlands 3 is, I mean, anything that's already been said. It's a shame that it's an Epic exclusive because I'm not going to buy it from Epic because I don't want my credit card stolen. I don't feel like supporting Epic if I can help it.
Yes, sir. I don't know if we've ever gotten into Borderlands 3 on the podcast or not.
I don't know.
I know you and I have talked about it.
A lot.
Yeah.
Because we've talked about Borderlands 2 on the podcast a lot. So it's a thing where I definitely want to play the game. I'm going to play the game. But it is a game, like, right now that I'm like, it's a game I'm going to play with people.
100%, yeah.
So if the people I'm going to play with aren't buying it day one, I don't need to buy it day one. We can all just wait. It's really not that hard.
You know, even if the people that I was going to play it with wanted to buy it on Epic, have fun playing by yourself. I'll pick it up on Steam when it's out on Steam.
Yeah, I just is not a thing. And it looks good. I don't know.
I'm just hoping it's more 2 than pre-sequel.
Yeah, there's definitely some stuff that I'm curious to see how they, what they do with it. I haven't played. Part of the announcement was Borderlands 2, Lilith, and the Fight for Sanctuary. I haven't played it yet. I did install it, but I haven't actually gotten around to playing it.
Yeah, I can't say I've gotten into it either. Of course, I've just been waiting for you before I started with it.
Yeah, well, it's a weird thing, because, like, you don't actually have any level 72 characters.
No, but I could.
True. So if you want to do that, just let me know.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm going to be playing with Zero, because I had him at OP 3, so I need to get him back to the max level now.
Yeah, I have a Necromancer that is just itching to be up to 72, no probs.
Yeah, so a new DLC that was free for everyone who had Borderlands 2 and transitions Borderlands 2 to where they're going with Borderlands 3, like story-wise. It's not a bad thing.
No, and the price is right.
Yeah, so I'm not going to argue against extra free content, even if it is actually, like, as people have said, it's basically marketing for Borderlands 3.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Elden Ring. I don't even remember what the fuck that was.
Elden Ring is Hidetaka Miyazaki and George R. R. Martin's collaboration.
We know nothing about it.
Except for the cinematic they showed, which looks Dark Souls as fuck, plus
Yeah.
George R. R. Martin, which...
It's going to be a super lore-dense, Dark Souls-y type game.
And fucking... Yes, please, take my money. I'm
Surprise.
in. Oh my god, yes.
So, Project Scarlet. Ooh, Xbox 2. I really hope they call it the Xbox 2. Just because I want their naming conventions to be all sorts of weird. Xbox, Xbox 360, Xbox One, Xbox 2.
I hope they skip 2. Call like Xbox 11, Xbox 10,
There you go. Binary.
Xbox.
Oh, man. We should just send them suggestions for their new naming schemes.
Xbox Xob.
Oh my god, just skip the Xbox name already. Just call it One.
Ooh.
Drop the Xbox.
The only thing you need in your living room, the One.
Perfect. It's the One console.
The one console to rule them all. Which, I know PlayStation already announced their newest console in the works.
Yep, PS5 is underway.
But even so, like, it seems weird them not having a presence or even a press conference around E3. And wasn't it Phil Spencer tweeted out, like, E3's, like, lacking without Sony there?
Yeah. I mean, again, it's just weird. E3 was weird this year, and I'm not sure how it's going to be going forward. Because, again, Nintendo pulled their press conference into the Nintendo Direct. So it's not like they actually had a stage and, they're playing to the crowd. No, they just played their Direct. Anyone with access to, I assume, a ton of different streaming services, I watched on YouTube, can just watch it. There's no people. Sony pulled out entirely, and that might just be a thing going forward.
If you want to get into speculations for next year, if they have new hardware, it would be... I find it hard to believe that they wouldn't be there at all next year.
Yeah.
Especially since Microsoft will have something to show if, as they said, Project Scarlet out holiday next year.
Yeah, that's the plan, is holiday next year is probably when the next consoles are going to drop. Scarlet, and I assume, again, Sony and Microsoft have dropped their consoles within like a month of each other basically every time.
Not the last generation, or current one.
I suppose. I don't know. I always remember them being out like the same year.
I believe so.
But,
like within a year of each other, but PS4 was out for a while before the Xbone dropped.
Sure.
Which is part of the reason why PS4 far outsold Xbox One. Because by the time that released, so many people had, if they were going to get a new console, oh, my friend's got a PS4, I'll get a PS4.
I don't know. Man, I play on my computer, so I would rather talk about things from like CES and stuff. Talk about the new processors from AMD. Because I'm a computer nerd.
I mean, yeah, I do my gaming on the PC or the Switch, but I do have fucking stack of consoles right there.
True. So, and I mean, I guess I need them to play all these bad games. Ugh.
Legit, that's what I'm not looking forward to,
Right.
like, in the future. So we're going to have to, like, at some point, if they're not released on PC and we have no other way to play some shit, we're going to have to fucking shell out for a new goddamn console. Motherfucker.
Yeah, so before that happens, send us money.
Please? Oh, God. Although I do think it's cool. The Scarlet, and they said it's going to be backwards compatible with just fucking Xbox.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think that's just... I like a lot of the moves Microsoft has made recently, and it's not it's very cynical of me to say this, but it's also just makes sense. A lot of these moves are very, pro-consumer, very good things for people, extra backwards compatibility. They talked about how all games they release on the PC are going to be available on the Windows Store, but they're also going to start putting all of their games onto Steam as well.
Yep.
Everyone's like, yeah, this is really great. And, like, they're doing that on purpose. They're trying to make people say, man, Microsoft is doing great things. I should look into all the good stuff they're doing.
Oh, hell yeah.
And so you can be ultra cynical like I am right now about that's why they're doing this. But here's the thing, at the end of the day, it's still good for us.
Yeah.
I don't care their motives. Their motives are for me to buy their stuff. That's fine because I like them doing positive things for consumers.
Yeah, and as a big company, that's never something you have to question. Like, sure, it's good for you, the gamer, maybe, but they're doing it to make money. Make no goddamn mistake.
Yeah. Pause as Jake closes the window because it started raining.
That when the gutter's gonna overflow, it's gonna start splashing on the deck. It's gonna fucking come in through the window every goddamn time.
Every goddamn time. All right, so yeah, that's. Oh, and then I suppose Halo Infinite. Moving. I know. I guess I'll stop here for a brief moment. I enjoyed the Halo games early on, playing with my siblings when we all lived in the same house. I stopped after whatever it was. Reach was because it's like 1, 2, 3, then Reach. ODST 4, 5.
Maybe, I don't know.
Something like that. Anyway.
That sounds about right, though.
I stopped playing at like Reach because that's when we all kind of went off to college finally, and I didn't really have a console, so I moved over to the PC. And I liked playing Halos, 1 through 3 and Reach with friends and family, but then I kind of just dropped the series, so I don't even know what's going on anymore.
I couldn't tell you. I think the last one I played was 3, and I never played the multiplayer. Like, I enjoyed Halo for the story it was telling, but I was never interested enough to, like, pick it up after, and I might have played 3. I know I played 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like, I'm kind of excited to get back into it, since I know they're available on PC now.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm kind of more interested in, is to see what the PC ports and that crowd looks like. Because, especially with, I think it was Reach where they started adding, it might have been 3, where they started adding, like, you can build your own maps and game modes.
Yeah.
That got real crazy. And if there's one thing PC players are known for, it's modding and building their own stuff. So I'm kind of curious to see how that goes.
The trailer for it does look pretty, though.
Oh, yeah. Make no mistakes. It looks pretty cool.
Here's my biggest issue, though. With all these game announcements, you can show me a pretty fucking cutscene. I don't give a shit. And I don't care about an in-engine cutscene. I want to see gameplay.
Often, yeah.
Because I don't want another fucking Brutal Legend situation.
Oh, yeah. Where they're like, hey, here's this game. Look, it's like a beat 'em up. And you play the first level and you're like, huh, it's a beat 'em up. And then they're like, surprise! RTS!
Yeah, that fucking good shit. Surprise fucking RTS.
Man, I kind of want that in a game where, like, the first level is, like, some beat 'em up and then just its surprise changes completely. It's just like, bam, puzzle game. And you're like, what?
Now it's a Myst clone.
Fucking turns into, like, Peggle out of nowhere.
I'd be kind of into that.
You open a pair of doors, it's like, enter the shrine, and it's just Tetris.
Fuck yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
Tetris? Now it's a match 3.
Perfect.
Now we're playing fucking Bejeweled? Okay.
The game is actually just a collection of mini games like that. But it's like
super shitty knockoffs of them.
To get to each of the mini games is this like big fuck off open world game.
I just want to play Snood, but it's called like Snod or something.
All right. So I guess that wraps off Microsoft, and we're going to move through Bethesda. We're going to try to probably pick up the pace a little because, I mean, it shouldn't be too hard because Bethesda is trash. They are a garbage company, and everything they touch dies.
Didn't you love the announcement? Fallout 76? Fuck yeah, we put in a battle royale?
Yeah, we did. You better believe it. Fallout 76 was an absolute trash can and should have been scrapped. And Todd Howard's telling people that they knew the game sucked before they shipped it, and they still charged $60 for it, and then 2 weeks later discounted it to $30. Shows you how garbage and manipulative they are as a company.
Yeah, on the plus side, those canvas bags finally went out.
Yeah! Finally. 6 months later.
Woo!
Like, if they knew the game was trash, they should have just $30 from the beginning. But they needed the money of those blind, stupid idiots. Anyway, there's some other stuff that Bethesda announced. I don't care about any of it. I hate Bethesda.
Hold on. Wolfenstein Youngblood.
And then there's the things that at the end where Wolfenstein, which Youngblood.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck about the VR one. Like, Youngblood
Yeah.
sounds pretty cool.
And then Doom.
Fucking Doom!
So, maybe if Bethesda wants to keep giving money to other companies to make, like, brutal shooters, I'm fine with that.
Is it because Doom 2016 is a goddamn masterpiece and Doom Eternal looks so fucking good?
Yes. It's funny because I've heard a ton of good things about Doom 2016, but then I didn't play it until we did our race, and I fucking loved it.
Right.
I was like, God, this game is so good. And then this trailer comes out, and I'm like, more Doom. I'm excited.
So, real quick, listening to some of the people hands-on at E3, the flamethrower that you get.
Yeah.
You know how the chainsaw gives you ammo, and the glory kills give you health,
Yep.
and the flamethrower gives you armor.
Fun.
And the grappling hook is only on the super shotgun. And it only attaches to enemies.
I'm fine with that.
Right? Like, sure, big-ass Doom guy swinging around, maybe a little more verticality could be cool. That doesn't matter because fucking Doom guy hauls ass anyway. And now you get to just fucking grappling hook just dudes towards you and then shotgun them in the fucking face while you're running.
Yeah. The fact that it's on a shotgun is so much better because it means I can just jump, fucking pull myself to someone and just shotgun them in the face as I get there.
Yes.
Hello, friend. More Doom all the time.
Please.
Yeah, game developers, whatever you're working on, stop doing it, make Doom.
I mean, that goes to show you have a winning formula. You keep at it.
Yeah.
What needed improved in Doom? Nothing. Make more of that.
More of that. So then we're gonna go to the PC Gaming Show, which is a weird show. It's like this cobbled together pile of things that don't have homes elsewhere. Mm-hmm. It's just stuff for the PC. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2.
It's kind of interesting.
I've heard good things about the first one from some people. Never played it.
Me either.
Stuff.
Alex was doing a playthrough on it though, so like I've seen bits of it.
Nah. Stuff.
The important one.
Auto chess?
Close.
Oh.
Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, I suppose that was the thing.
I mean, I fucking love the first two. And there's no gameplay that they showed. It was just the trailer.
Yep, just an illithid mind graping a dude.
Mind graping. Like, it doesn't matter. You told me Baldur's Gate 3. You needed to show me nothing. I'm in. Fuck yes, please. Is it going to be first person? Is it going to be third person? Is it going to go back to some old school isometric? I don't care. The people that made Divinity are making this. I trust them to make a fucking RPG. Fuck yes.
I'm not 100% sold because I'm no longer 100% sold on anything before seeing it, but it is definitely something that is now on my radar as, hey, pay attention to this, which is a lot more than most of these things pulled off.
The highest form of praise you can give?
Kind of, because it's just a bunch of trailers.
Yeah.
Like, that's, I don't know, it felt like a huge trailer dump for your E3 mostly, and it was just like, a lot of this just feels there. Shenmue 3, I don't care about it at all, but it's an Epic exclusive, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to talk about the Epic Store more, but...
And we'll just skip that entire clusterfuck.
The financing on that game was super bullshit. The whole saga was, they said, hey, we want to make this game, but we're reaching out to fans to help us fund this game. They took in like $7 million and immediately signed with like a publisher, Deep Silver, as well as taking money from Sony to help fund the game. Mm-hmm. So they got additional forms of funding from that, like immediately. And then once the game is nearly finished, they're like, oh, by the way, we're also going Epic exclusive to get more money. And it's just, all of it is like, okay, so did you really need to like try to steal $7 million from random people beforehand?
I mean, it's the not issuing refunds to people that wanted it that irks me, but I don't care about Shenmue as a series, nor do I care about the third installment.
No, I don't care about the game at all. I care about just like the more things that people do through Kickstarter that they then actually produce but don't actually like follow through with, like, oh, you selected that you wanted this game on Steam. Well, we're not giving it to you on Steam and you can't have a refund. And just like, why would people kickstart games anymore? Which I get, but like, I don't know. It's an interesting idea for like actual indies and people who might need the help instead of someone who actually had like a publisher and money from like other big, companies to help them produce the game.
Yeah. I don't really have much to add to that. I mean, it's absolute bullshit, but I'm also not on Kickstarter for anything ever.
Oh, yeah, I don't. But, I think it's an interesting avenue for people to potentially use, and I like that it's there. It just, the more people do things like this that look like they're abusing the system, the less likely people are to use Kickstarter.
See, and let me clarify. I'm not against Kickstarter. If you want to generate interest and get people to give you money so that you can pursue your dream, good on you. There has only been like a handful of products ever that like I wanted to back on Kickstarter. And at no point do I ever want to throw my money away because I don't know if anything's ever going to come out.
Yeah.
That's like, as it is, I don't really do any online shopping because I want to go to a store and touch something, even if it means I have to pay more to brick and mortar. But that's just how I am.
Depends on the thing.
That's mostly true. I'll give you that one.
I order plenty through online stuff.
Yeah.
Because some of it's a lot easier. But yeah, with a lot of things that are like, if it's going to be something that I use in my hand a lot, I need to know how it feels in my hand.
Yeah, that's how I ended up with the Xbox One over the PS4. As the controller sold it for me.
Yeah. It's like my knives and stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like being able to feel the knives before you purchase them is really important. Shoes are obviously a big one. I have to get some hiking shoes at some point. And it's like, oh, you can order them online. I'm like, yeah, I could. But like, you have to wear them on your feet. You have to know how that feels beforehand. Otherwise, you're going to like order 5 pairs and send 5 pairs back when none of them really fit that well.
Well, like I've got a pair of Chucks and like Chuck sizes are all Chuck sizes. So I could just take those and then order some new ones.
Sure.
But yeah, the only time I ever buy shoes is when the shoes that I'm currently wearing are literally falling apart and they won't make it another day. So at that point, I have to go to a store to get something then.
Yeah.
Random tangent over.
Yeah, whatever. Ubisoft, they did things. What am I looking at? Watch Dogs 3? You can play as a grandma.
Fuck yeah, you can play as a grandma.
Why not? Mystic Quest, don't remember what that was. Rainbow Six, who cares? Ghost Recon, who cares? Just Dance, mega don't care. The Division 2, Year 2, Episode 3, whatever.
Right.
I mean, like, I don't hate the idea of the Division 2. It's just, I'm so burnt out from all the other Destinies, Anthems, Fallouts that I just don't care. Fucking someone hand me a game that's done. Here, play this game. You can play it all the way to the end, and then the game ends. Fuck. That sounds so good.
At the time of recording, there is a free trial for Division 2 for the weekend.
Yeah.
Which I have downloaded because I wanted to check it out. Because I really like the first Division.
Sure.
I believe I talked about it before where like the endgame grind was a bit shitty. And then there wasn't really a whole lot to do when I was playing it, and it's whatever. But, you know, a free trial is enough to get me in. I'm not paying them for it. So the price is right.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's the thing I feel about a lot of these, like, games that are continuing to evolve. I'm like, look, I'm not paying you $60 for a game that's not quite there yet. We'll update it.
Yeah, when you think about all the day one patches and content updates and gotta sell season passes, boy, that makes me not want to buy new games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yup.
All right. Moving on to my actual least favorite developers. Because as much as I was shitting on Bethesda, let's be serious, I did say I really want to play Doom, but Square Enix can go fuck themselves.
I'm curious to see who you're gonna have the most hate for, but continue.
Who am I going to have the most hate for? I don't know what you mean. Who can I have more hate for than Squeenix?
Well, let's see. You don't like Marvel's Avengers and how all the characters look alike? And how they couldn't get the licensing for the movies, so like all the voices are different and the score's different.
Yeah.
And
it's Marvel's Avengers. Knockoff. Legitimately. It looks just like a knockoff game.
It does. The trailer looks pretty, but there's no fucking gameplay, so it could be goddamn anything. And this isn't even the only fucking Avengers game or Marvel game coming out.
Yeah.
And I'm so much more interested in the other one.
Ultimate Alliance?
Fuck yes.
Yeah, I played the first two Ultimate Alliance games.
I fucking love the first two.
So, like, I'm way more interested in that one. Instead, Square Enix told us that Final Fantasy VII Part 1 is gonna come out sometime soonish.
I have so many fucking issues with this. I'd said, was it last year, the fucking Final Fantasy VII Remake won? Why the fuck is it going to be episodic? Literally, nobody wants that. All the fans are like, hey, no one wants this. And they're like, yeah, but hey, more money. My biggest issues are, one, nobody fucking sounds right because nobody can sound right when there wasn't any voices in the first game, right? What's up with Barrett? I believe Machinima has a Final Fantasy VII series, and the dude that does Barrett for that also does stuff for Team 4-Star. And he's a fucking perfect Barrett. Shit, yes, Tifa's tits are too small, and that's really fucking weird, alright? Because that was really fucking bothering me. It's like the character models don't look right, and like, it's episodic? What the shit?
Oh yeah, also, there's literally no way they're not charging $60 for this first episode.
And then every subsequent episode?
Yeah. If it's just 3 episodes, which, considering episode 1 is just Midgar, it could easily be. That's $180 for one game.
For 1/3 of a game.
No, it's 180 if you get, it's 60 for each. If it's 3 parts. It's
oh, right. No, it's 60 for 1/3 of a game. Yeah, no, my bad.
So it's $180 for one game. One game that is a remake of a game from fucking forever ago. Like, the story's already there, my dudes. What?
Yeah. And it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how much they're going to change. I don't know, like, what is this? It's not like a remastering. It is a complete redo. And I'm not sure that's actually a good thing that people honestly want, especially at the price point that it's probably going to be at.
I mean, I know that's not what I want, and I'm not that interested in the combat system because I was, like, watching it, and boy, howdy, it looks an awful lot like Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, you mean the combat system that they say is the development of combat that they have finally perfected after Final Fantasy 12, 13, and 15? And I'm like, oh, you're using that combat system. I don't want to play your game anymore.
Yeah, I hear the combat in 15's fine, but I'm not, like, it's been a while since I played a Final Fantasy game, and I'm not, like, one that I actually wanted to play, let me specify. And, I'm not that interested in it. I prefer my JRPGs to be turn-based.
Same. I've always said that. And, like, I just don't, like their combat system. I don't think it's that interesting. Cool. That's a large part of the game. What else is here? Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. Don't care about that. Romancing Saga 3.
Give me more Dynasty Warriors and stop fucking around with this.
Like, this is just garbage. It's all garbage. It's amazing how much I enjoyed the games this company made up through, like, the year 2000, and how much disdain I have for this company after that.
I'm just looking at this Final Fantasy games, like Final Fantasy VIII Remastered, sure, because 8 was everyone's favorite. And, like, I don't mind 8, but, like, why?
8's okay.
Yeah. Gunblades are cool. The fucking card game was stupid. Zack sucked.
The card games are always stupid.
Fucking, what's her name? Selfie with her stupid hair.
100%.
And fucking Ice Witch? Anyway. And then the fucking Last Remnant Remastered?
Oh, yeah, I skipped that entirely because, LOL.
In my notes, I just have why, and it takes up like a page. Seriously, why? Who the fuck thought that was good? Who the fuck likes this game? Except for the 13 fucking assholes on Reddit. They're like, Last Remnant's the best game ever.
He's not actually that wrong. The Last Remnant subreddit is fucking tiny. I can't find people to engage to talk about this game. Most people don't even know it exists.
And rightfully so.
And they're like, hey, we remastered it for you. What does that even mean? Are they doing like a Final Fantasy VII thing where they remake the game? Because that'd be nice.
No.
Because if it's just like a brand new skin of graphics, the game still sucks.
It's a remaster, yeah. That's it.
Like, you've got so much shit to fix about like everything.
I'm trying really hard not to just scream.
And then, we're just going to move on to Nintendo now. Nintendo?
You don't have more hate for Nintendo than you do Squeenix?
No. I mean, there's stuff I just don't care about, which is most of Nintendo, which makes... I know a lot of people who are much more into Nintendo than I am.
I enjoy my Nintendo products. I've got my collection of DSs, my new 3DS over there. I like playing on my Switch. I really enjoy the Switch. I don't care about any other games coming out with the exception of Cadence of Hyrule because fuck yes, more Crypt of the Necrodancer, and Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3.
Yeah, so Smash Bros. DLC, I don't care. It's more people with swords because that's Dragon Quest characters.
Well, and Banjo and Kazooie.
And then Banjo and Kazooie.
You're welcome.
I never played Banjo Kazooie.
I don't like 3D platformers, so I was never into it.
I don't care. And more people with swords is whatever. Dragon's Quest 11S is coming out. It's 11 remastered. I don't really care.
I want to get into more Dragon Quest games.
I don't know. Maybe I should try them. I don't know if I'll hate them or not, but like...
I don't think you would.
I kind of doubt it, but I don't know.
Like, Dragon Quest 8 is one of my favoriteest games of all time, but that is the only game in the series that I've actually like played all the way through.
Yeah.
And even that, I don't know if I even beat it. I remember putting in like 300 hours just because I was like grinding and fucking with shit because it was fun.
I don't know. It's maybe something I'll try to get to try. Luigi's Mansion 3, I don't care about that at all.
But Gooigi!
But Gooigi! Other than making weird references to Gooigi because it rolls off the tongue in a really creepy way.
It's fun to say.
Ugh.
Yeah. Gives you shivers in all the wrong places.
Yes, Gooigi wants to come say hello. And you're like, nah.
That's your penis, isn't it?
I don't want that at all.
That's a penis.
Please stop. Link's Awakening, because I don't know.
I like what they did with it. I am not interested in playing it. If I really wanted to play Link's Awakening, I would whip out a Game Boy and fucking play it.
Yeah.
I have the card around here somewhere.
Yeah, just not that interested in a remake of a Zelda game. Merp.
But what about a sequel?
Merp. Trial of Mana / Collection of Mana. Maybe? I played part of one of them. Secrets of Mana, I think.
Or you get the 3 people?
Something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know which one you played.
It was alright.
I think I put like an hour in.
Yeah.
It was okay.
So, I don't know. That's kind of whatever. Witcher 3 Switch. Find that hilarious. As much as I will tell you constantly, I love The Witcher 3. I still love The Witcher 3. I don't need that on Switch. It was hilarious. You could tell how downscaled the game was just in those clips.
Yes. And it still looks better than I thought it was going to.
That's something, but just play this game on your PC.
That is not fair, though.
I mean, no, it's not. And it's never going to be. Like,
no, it literally can't be.
It cannot be. Yeah.
But if they found a way to get it to actually play on a Switch, that's kind of impressive.
Kinda, yeah, because it's a beefy game.
Yeah, it is.
It will eat some resources.
I wish I liked it more.
I don't know how much of 3 you've actually played.
I was like 3 or so hours in.
Yeah. Because 1 and 2 can be a bit of a slog.
Yeah, I said on here, I started trying to play 1 and I fucking hated the combat. And I skipped 2 entirely just because I heard how amazing 3 was. And I tried. And I don't know if there's just some wall I need to push through, but it just wasn't doing it for me.
Yeah, I mean, different people like different things. It opens up a ton as you go. And just like the constant things to do that are not part of anything.
Well, yeah, like there's so much in the game that's stuff that I like. Like, I don't particularly care for all the prep work that you should do going into a fight that I realize is kind of optional sometimes.
Yeah, it is almost entirely optional, technically, but it makes the game so much easier.
Yeah, and like I've put way too much time into Monster Hunter to say that I kind of don't like that thing, because I'm kind of into it, and giant fucking open world you can go around in, and just like fucking, hey, let's go this way and see where this goes, and shit, yes, hey, there's new stuff to do, and there's people to interact with, and random shit happens, and I wish I liked it more.
Yeah. Fire Emblem 3 Houses! I don't know, it's more Fire Emblem. It looks super anime.
Fire Emblem, you said?
Yeah.
Weird.
I played a couple Fire Emblem games a long time ago. I enjoyed them. I might give this a go if I ever decide to pick it up.
Yeah, I'm into it.
I enjoy the general kind of tactics-y kind of gameplay that Fire Emblem has. I do not care about the story at all.
Oh, no.
So.
I've got a couple of them on 3DS that, I like the game. I couldn't tell you any of the fucking characters. It's not that important.
Stuff.
Super Mario Maker.
Yeah. Pokemon Sword and Shield, which...
Come on, let it out.
I don't care. And this is it's a continued trend. Like, as much as I don't care about this one, I wasn't super hyped for Sun and Moon. I bought Sun, I think, is the one I have, but whatever. It wasn't like I need to buy this day one type thing. I got it eventually. I played through it. I transferred up some Pokemons and stuff. I beat the game as a Nuzlocke my first playthrough through.
Oh, that sucks. That's my issue with Pokemon as a series, though, is that they're geared towards kids, so they're all like super easy.
Very.
And that's fine. And it's a lot of the grinding I find that nowadays I don't have the patience for anymore, where like I don't want to go through with every fucking Pokemon and then battle a bunch of shit to get them up to a level so I can take on the next gym leader or whatever the fuck you did in Sun and Moon. I started playing it and I didn't care for it. And so like this one, I'll buy it, but I'm not buying it for me. I know the girls are going to play it.
Yeah.
And like I will enjoy watching them play it because they're about the same age that I was when I started playing Pokemon, and like I remember the magic. It's the whole goddamn reason why I bought Super Mario Odyssey, just so I could see the look on their faces playing through a kick-ass Mario game. I'm excited for this to come out, for them to play it. I'm not excited to pay $60 for what looks like a 3DS game.
Yeah. Well, because it uses the same models. Because Game Freak doesn't have enough money to update their models.
Hey, but Game Freak doesn't have any money whatsoever.
At all.
No.
They don't have enough money to add every Pokemon into the game. Which is a weird concept when you're like, it's not like you have to invent Pokemon. All of their stats, all of their moves are already written.
Wait, this isn't like a new generation?
I mean, it is.
Okay.
Kind of.
I did. Go on, I'm sorry.
In this, world, there's so many Pokemon, right? And as with every new generation, basically they've done a thing where, there's the dex of the world you're in. In this case, Galar is the name of the area.
Sure.
And the Galar dex has so many Pokemon, and then usually when you beat the game, you unlock the national dex, or whatever they want to call it, has every Pokemon ever. So you can catch them all. You can't in this game, period. Any Pokemon that is not in the Galar dex, their code isn't even in the game, which, again, you go back and go, what, code is different from Sun and Moon for all these Pokemon? From all the old ones that you're not including. How hard is it actually to implement that? I don't know, a week of work?
How hard is it to import all the work that you've already done in a system that you've proved it already works on?
Yeah, that.
I mean, besides it's different hardware this time around, I guess.
But hardware shouldn't change your software that much.
And you can't tell me that as close bedfellows as Game Freak and Nintendo are, they wouldn't have some way to make that easy on them.
Yeah.
Or, given the moneymaker that it is, Nintendo wouldn't happily be like, hey, this is like, just fucking send it over here and we will do it for you, whatever it takes.
Or, because like Pokemon has their own thing online, the like Pokemon Home or whatever it's called, and you can transfer Pokemon there from any game and then transfer them out to new games. Except you can't transfer them out to this new game. So if you transfer some of your Pokemon from old games, you actually can't get them back out.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
It's a lot of weird decisions. It feels just, I don't know. It feels rushed and like they didn't try, which is kind of lame.
I mean, I would argue that I've seen Pokemon design and like they don't really have to try.
They don't to sell games. Like Pokemon is sold so well and it's kind of a shame. And I understand that Pokemon is still aimed at kids, and I think it would be nice if they eventually ever acknowledged that a lot of the fans they had who were fans growing up are now adults and actually wanted something more difficult. Look, I'm not saying that it shouldn't be that hard to like instigate Nuzlocke rules in your game, but like
That'd be a neat option. Like, I'd be into that.
if there was an option to play that way, that'd be kind of cool.
All I'm hearing is you demand grimdark Pokemon.
No.
Grim dark Pokemon.
I don't need it to be
Grim
grimdark.
dark Pokemon.
I just need it to be like maybe slightly more challenging. When your opponent it goes to switch Pokemon, right? And it gives you the option to switch Pokemon. I mean, you can turn this off, and sometimes I do, but like just have it default, like you have a hard mode that's default, like you can't switch Pokemon, and they don't tell you, like they're just bam, here's the next thing. So like, maybe gyms aren't all single typed because then you can just crush them with a single Pokemon. I don't know, man. Like there's so many ways you can make Pokemon more interesting and maybe slightly more engaging. And I get that it's a game for kids, but maybe you don't have to make every single Pokemon game for kids.
I get that they wouldn't want to cut into their own sales and release multiple games. Have something split specifically for kids and not.
Yeah.
But like, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'm not. But I was just bitching about this, and fucking Pokemon games are too easy. If you can go into a blind dude and Nuzlocke with our fucking new game, oh boy. But if you want to be fucking baby's first RPG and this is what you want the kids to cut their teeth on, oh, god damn it, they're still gonna make all the fucking money in the universe.
Yeah, so it's just one of those things that, like, I like Pokemon, I grew up with Pokemon, and I'm just not excited for it anymore, which I guess is a sign of, like, actually growing up or something? I don't know.
Yeah, you're getting old.
It's fucking bullshit.
It's all the gray in your beard.
That is why they call me Old Graybeard.
Oh, I didn't think it was for the beard on your face.
I don't have a beard on my face.
Whoa.
And then some other bullshit. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Cadence of Hyrule, which is just Crypt of the Necrodancer with fun skin on it. Mario and Sonic 2020 Olympics, which is garbage and everyone should die.
You sure?
Bruv, I don't even care. It has Sonic in it. I'm out.
I mean, this is just them redoing some of the old Mario and Sonic.
I'm out!
I'm never going to play it anyway. Fucking, I don't care.
Animal Crossing.
Let the fucking weird furries play their weird furry game. I don't give a shit.
I've never played an Animal Crossing game. I don't care.
Yeah, I said that about Mario and Sonic, not about Animal Crossing. I don't care about Animal Crossing one way or the other.
Yep, it is delayed. Who cares?
I hope it never comes out because it's funny.
I mean, I know people who are excited for it, so it'd be kind of funny if they kept delaying it. And then, surprised they're currently working on a sequel to Breath of the Wild. Because, I don't know, maybe people thought they wouldn't because it made them all the money. And they're dumb.
I hear it's really good.
Same.
I can't get into it. It's fucking boring. And I hate the weapon degradation.
I don't have a Switch, so I can't play it.
My kids like it.
Yeah, whatever.
I mean, kids are dumb, though. They don't know anybody. I'm like, stop playing this trash. If you want to play good Zelda, go play fucking Okami. It's right there.
Is there anything else from E3 we wanted to talk about?
Konami had garbage. Sega had garbage. Namco Bandai, garbage. Something about the Dark Crystal.
Oh, right. Yeah, Dark Crystal Tactics. It is a tactics game based on the Dark Crystal prequel that Netflix is making.
Yes, that is the Dark Crystal.
All of which I sum up with, huh? What? That's a thing. Why? I guess I might see if it's any good because I love tactics games.
And then Scrom or Skeksis.
Gelfling.
Oh, God.
I watched that movie a ton growing up. That explains so much.
Yeah, I watched that, Willow, and the fucking OG animated Hobbit Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, I watched that and the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, I've told you it was every weekend with my oldest sister. Grease or Rocky Horror Picture Show. And usually both.
I watched other things, right? Field of Dreams. I watch that every year.
Never seen it.
Baseball, Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to drive out there. Because it was like 2-3 hours from Des Moines, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still there, I guess. So the next time I'm in Iowa, I could just fucking go back and see it. But it's something that I would just do to say that I did it. Like, I'm not really that into. I've never seen the movie. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we're good?
Fucking ukulele sequel because
Who cares?
why? Yeah, no, there's other crap on here, but I don't really have anything to say. I guess Dauntless is coming to Nintendo Switch, but I'm just waiting for Iceborne. And fuck all other Monster Hunter substitutes.
Mm-hmm. And so that's really it. E3 was, overall, I felt kind of disappointing. It was a lot of trailers. And, I mean, that's all E3 really ever is, unless there's a big announcement. And I guess if you count Scarlet, but I really didn't. Like, if you thought that Microsoft and Sony weren't working on the PS5 and the One, or whatever Microsoft's actually going to call it.
Scorpio 2. There's a reason why I didn't watch any of the press conferences. The things that I cared about, I knew were coming out, like Doom.
Yeah.
But you don't need to sell me on Doom. Tell me when it's out. I'm not going to pre-order it, but I'll buy it when it comes out.
And it's kind of part of it is now that I've like really worked into the place where I don't pre-order, there's no point in me like, all I need to know is when something comes out and then like check reviews, wait a week and buy it. And I do that with like everything now. So you being like, here, try to build up all this hype. I'm like, cool, that looks really cool. I'm still not going to buy it until I have like thorough results on people reviewing the game so I can make an informed decision.
I'm usually with you. But like Doom, when it comes out, I don't care if people hate it. I'm gonna still buy it because I love the first game so much, and everything I've seen, it's what I want it to be, which is more Doom. Fuck yes. Borderlands 3. Even if it plays more like the pre-sequel, I mean that sucks, but I enjoy the series so much, even with all the weird shit that we're not getting into. I'm gonna buy it. I'm not gonna pre-order it. There's something else I was excited about. Oh, fucking Baldur's Gate 3. Like, great.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not buying that when it comes out. I'll wait for that to go on sale. But like that, I don't care what the reviews are for it. I'm gonna buy it anyway.
Sure. So yeah, that's like, again, just aging out as like necessarily the real gamer market and just like trying to be, I don't know, more focused on my spending and not just like buy everything as it comes out, when then instead I can just be like, hey, check all the reviews, buy the good ones, wait for them to be on sale. There's so many games I still have to play that it's not like I need a new game at any given point. And there's even like, you know, I didn't even touch on Auto Chess and how Doro is making their own. They're the ones who made the mod, and they made their own mobile game. They're making their own PC version, which is going to be Epic exclusive. Riot is making a LOL version called Teamfight Tactics that's supposed to go into beta in like 3 weeks, which is actually less than 3 weeks when you listen to this, but that's supposed to be soon. Dota Underlords, Valve's version, is in beta already. Oh, and all 3 of those are free. $0. No investment. So, like, the price is right.
Yeah, I've watched you play Auto Chess on our Twitch. Mm-hmm. And, like, it seems interesting. My only reservation is having to download a MOBA to play one, so as soon as they divorce it from that. I don't know, it's stupid, alright? And you've yelled at me for it before.
Yeah, because it's a silly, weird hill to die on.
Yeah, but I accept that.
Yeah. But, you know, it's like Arena. I don't know. It's free, so, like, the level of investment is very low. I like it more than Arena, but that's partly because I don't like where Standard and Magic is. I don't actually like War of the Spark and everything it did to the Magic.
Yeah, I've been putting some time into it, and it's, I'm tired of seeing the same things, but you'll have that.
It's just every time someone plays Teferi on turn 3, I'm just uninterested in the game immediately.
I don't run into that. You know, there's a lot of, like, bullshit cheese that I haven't seen that often, like, Persistent Partitioners.
Oh, no one plays that.
I've ran into it, like, twice.
Oh,
or, like,
weird.
rat decks.
Super weird.
Yeah.
Man, your MMR must be so fucking low.
I don't know what that is.
It's a matchmaking ranking. As you have more wins and stuff, it's a secret number that goes up, and then they try to match you against people who are close to your play level.
No, probably not, because I play so much random bullshit, and I just fucking lose all the time, but, like, I don't really care. Like, I'm enjoying playing whether or not I win. Mm-hmm. It's only when, like, you lose 10 times in a row, and it really starts fucking grating on you. Fuck!
Yeah, it's just like I love to play very non-serious decks because if I'm playing seriously, there's like other formats I'd rather play than standard because I don't like standard. And so I'm playing these weird non-serious decks, and it's just like they're like, you know, land thought scour or whatever it's called, thought erasure, turn 3 Teferi, and I'm like, this is unfun. This is great. You thought erasure to take away my play, and then you played Teferi, and now like the next thing I play just immediately gets bounced, and then by that time you've untapped and have either more card draw or more removal. Cool.
Yeah, I've been it's been a good portion of my day playing aggro decks. It's because I never do that. So who's the little fucking goblin asshole?
Which one?
Starts with a K, makes more
Krenko?
goblins. Krenko, yeah, that's the one. It was like fucking turn 3 Krenko, and then people just rage quit. Like, just fucking kill him. Like, we can play this out. You can win. I don't care.
Yeah, all that I gotta do is play Teferi and bounce them back to your hand.
Woo!
And they get to draw a card.
I don't see a lot of Teferi.
I see a shit ton of Teferi. Like every other match.
Maybe it's
He's
because I'm
bam, turn 3 Teferi.
just playing with garbage people who don't also have Teferi.
And I'm like, cool. This is fun.
Unless I'm doing a ranked draft and I'm fucking up against goddamn people and they're fucking platinum and goddamn diamond ranks, which is absolute bullshit. Anyway.
Anyway, so there's no final judgments, so we're gonna go to questions. And because it's a special episode, I'm gonna flip it on its head. Yeah, get ready, listeners. I have questions for you.
Ooh.
Really, I just wanted to say, once again, any question, comments, concerns you have, send to thebadgamecast@gmail.com. And then, obviously we've been doing this a little while. So, I still don't know. Like, sometimes we go all tangenty and weird.
Mm-hmm. As we are wont to do.
Yeah. I don't know how much of that I leave in versus cut out. And I don't know if people want more or less of that.
That's a good question. I tend to leave it in more.
Yeah, that's so it's just like I can cut these down to be not like way more serious because we are never serious, but like a bit more focused, or we can leave in. There are times where I have taken out like 10 to 15 minutes of just like side conversation.
Oh, yeah, no, sometimes you listen to the finished product. We tend to go on for a while. That doesn't always make it in.
Yeah, well, it's really funny when we release like an episode, it's like 55 minutes. And I had someone ask once, like, how much raw audio we have. And I'm like, well, that specific episode was like an hour 30. And they were like, what? And I was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And
it's funny. Man. You think when you like cut out the like pauses and blank spaces if we're just like staring longingly into each other's eyes or thinking about what to say. And it really only cuts down like 5 minutes from the whole track. And you're like, that's a lot of pauses, but it's really not that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, if you have any strong opinions on that, send us a line. I might throw up I would say I might throw up a Twitter poll, but like no one follows our Twitter. Which, speaking of that, we're going to transition straight into plugs. Look at that great transition. We have a Twitter account.
So smooth.
At The Bad Gamecast. As I said, emails, questions, comments, concerns, thebadgamecast@gmail.com. Twitch TV / The Bad Gamecast. Mm-hmm. It's a forward, not backslash, right?
It is.
Forward is the way it tips. Yeah, / The Bad Gamecast.
That was fun.
Gotta remember your things.
It's pipe. Always pipe.
What?
Pipe.
Twitch.tv / pipe?
Twitch.tv pipe The Bad Gamecast.
Oh. What?
Keep going.
Anyway, so we try to stream Monday through Thursday. I don't think we've had any weekend streams recently as of recording. I try to every now and then, but like I've gotten busy on weekends. That's life. That's life. So look out for those. Yeah, I try to do Monday, Wednesday. Jake tries to do Tuesday, Thursday. What else do? We have a Facebook page. I keep saying I'm going to update it, and then I just never do. Sorry, Facebook people.
Well, that's just like Twitter. You could follow people on Twitter. Reach out to more people on Facebook. Ugh. I'm sorry.
Yeah, right? I guess I should like actually follow people with the Twitter to like follow like the game companies. Like, I'm sure Nintendo and all of them actually have, like,
they do
accounts that I should probably follow, so I get the, like, gaming news on the Twitter account.
I follow some of them. I don't follow... I'd have to check. I know I follow some, like, smaller developers and then just, like, random shit that I'm into. And, like, people I know or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, so, other than social medias that we don't update at all, there's a subreddit. All the episodes go up there.
That's r/the Bad Gamecast.
Surprise! Yep.
I know, as funny as it'd be to switch it up like our Real Folk Blues, which I'm sure is a Cowboy Bebop thing. Like, that'd just be confusing.
Pretty consistent. Patreon/the Bad Gamecast. That's not actually how you find us, but if you search in Google Patreon the Bad Gamecast, Patreon the Bad Gamecast. Last time I checked, we were like the 7th result.
Are we searchable yet?
Currently, we don't show up on my first page of results. No. All right, let's go to page 2 of Google.
Yeah, we just search within Patreon and don't show up. That's cool.
Yeah, we don't show up like anywhere.
What the fuck, Patreon?
We have a Patreon. I still don't exactly know how to get people to find it.
Mysterious Patreon.
Because, like, it's a thing. It's actually a thing. But you can't, like, search us. It's super weird. I don't know. Sometimes we've showed up, sometimes we haven't. We have a Patreon to help support this and our Twitch adventures. You know, if you like what we do, especially because on Twitch, we don't really have that many followers. And namely, we don't have the ability to be, is it an affiliate yet?
Yes.
So we can't even get, like, subs or anything from there, so.
It's good to say on Twitch no one can hear you scream, but that's not true. As long as you have a microphone.
Well, yeah, and they can hear the VOD. Assuming you're not playing music that gets us muted.
Does it mute the whole thing if I do that?
Yes. Well, no. I actually don't know.
I did that recently, just when I was at the, like, Be Right Back, where I just threw some music up, so it wasn't, whatever I was doing on the machine.
Yeah.
But I wondered if I do that, if it mutes the whole thing or not.
I don't know. I have to check. But yeah, so that's, I think, mostly everything. If Jakes wants to plug his own,
Yeah, you covered everything else but my Twitter, which is @JakePrey.
Then that's basically it. That's us. This has been some E3 slop. It was a time. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be better next year. Hopefully we get some actual stuff.
I think next year with, like, actual hardware announcements, it should be more interesting.
Probably. But, you know, who knows?
Who fucking knows?
Yeah, we got 12 months to get there.
We're also assuming E3 is going to be a thing next year.
Yeah, lots to go between here and there. So, what do you usually say? Something. This has been the Bad Gamecast.
For the Bad Gamecast, I've been Jake.
Still Jason. Sometimes not Jason. I just, like, discorporeate ethereally.
Wow.
That's not even a real word.
Is that what you do as soon as you close that door?
Oh, yeah, I just, like, vanish.
I mean, that explains why I never see you drive away.
I don't
fucking pull up.
I don't have a car. I just kind of cease to exist, wait for the Earth to rotate, and then re-exist.
Huh. How very Schrodinger of you.
It's efficient.
I guess.
Cuts down on greenhouse emissions.
Does it? I don't know how it works. Like, how do I know it's just not a poof of methane when you discorporeate? That can't even be a word. Oh no, you let us in. Lead us out.
Yeah, I don't know what am I supposed to say?
I know, right?
Goodbye, good luck, and good night.
Love it.